Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Two Sushi Rolls Podcast. I am George E., king of the fucking castle, your host, your motherfucking captain of the ship, and I am joined as always with my lovely co-host and wife,
Leslie E., and I'm the mama bear.
That's right, don't get it fucking twisted. Feel violent today.
You had a lot more fuckings in there.
Yeah, I had a lot more Red Bull.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. As always, today's episode is sponsored by BasicRoofingTX.com and BasicRoofingIL.com. If you've been in an area where there is hurricane season, hail season, whatever the hell is going on in your area, and you want to get your shit checked out, make sure you go to BasicRoofingTX.com and BasicRoofingIL.com if you're in the Illinois area. The Texas number is 210-240-4124. And the Illinois number is 630-742-0477. That's Basic Roofing for all your basic roofing needs and beyond.
Yep.
That's right. All right, guys. Today's episode, we are joined today by GriffGotBars. And not only that, but he actually brought himself a buddy. This is a little extra here, another musician. And we got CivilSerg in the studio as well.
What's up? What's
going on, guys? Thank you for coming. You guys came all the way from DeKalb, Illinois, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
No. Thank you for making the travel, especially at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. You are definitely motivated.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I could totally fucking tell. Especially, we were having a little bit of a conversation before we started recording. You've been doing a little bit of touring in the past.
Yeah.
And now you actually got yourself another show with a great friend of the show, Phil.
Yeah.
You said, when's that going to be, hon?
December 1st. Oh, my God, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah. Who's going in it?
What?
You.
Okay, all right. So it's going to be Phil and you, and it's called Jaron Benton.
Jaron Benton, yeah.
Jaron Benton.
That's Jaron Benton, folks. December 1st, Phil will be there.
GriffGotBars will be there.
Mm-hmm. And are you going to be performing there or no?
I am not, no. But I may be there at his concert, too.
Okay.
Gotcha. Support.
Yeah.
Moral support. There is something you guys are doing together. You guys had mentioned you guys got a project going on?
Yeah, and it's going to be on YouTube. It's called
Valencia.
Sorry. I was writing it down so fast. And that's going to be on YouTube. And when is that coming out?
Honestly, we're not really sure. The audio is out on SoundCloud and YouTube right now.
Oh, okay.
We just did a video about a month ago, and we're just waiting for the video to come back right now. Then
Gotcha.
Post it up.
Awesome.
All right. How long did it take you guys to do the video?
Man, that video was crazy. It was supposed to take us like 3 hours. Ended up taking like 6 hours because in the process of doing the video, we got into a pretty bad car accident.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, what happened? You totaled your car? Or was somebody...
my car was totaled, yeah. No, somebody pulled, I was driving straight, and somebody, turned left in front of me, but, right in front of me. So, bam.
Yeah. God damn.
Man.
Yeah,
and then you still ended up finishing the video.
Of course, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
By any means.
Yeah. I like that. See that? See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This is what we need. More motivation and all the artists out there. And not just artists, anybody, really. But I do appreciate the grind.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate the grind. Anybody who's willing to travel, do what needs to be done. Shit, Lord knows, we got to make a lot of stuff happen every week.
Yeah.
And,
and
man.
I saw that you're traveling and you're 21 and you're out there doing it. Yeah, I saw on your Instagram, you're like, thank you, all these cities. And I'm like, man, he's everywhere.
Yeah. That's good. And not only that, but, in the future, now we know that there's actually somebody who's willing to travel and do some work.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Because we do have a lot of artists. And, yeah, we definitely like setting people up and putting them on tours.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's so dope. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And so with this whole Jaron Benton concert that you guys are about to go, what's something that you're expecting from it? I haven't really been able to talk to Phil too much about it. I've seen the promotion that's been going on, but what's expected to be there?
Man, I just expect it to be a pretty lit night. Jaron just got signed to Rock Nation, so, that's a pretty big deal. So,
okay.
Hoping everything goes well. I'm just going to come out and kill my set, do what I can do.
Right.
I'm really excited for it, though. It should be a great show. We got a lot of great local talent, and then Jaron Benton's coming, so I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. So remember, folks, December 1st, all right? This is the Jaron Benton. You guys should be able to find it on Facebook. I've seen it all over the place. Just look it up, guys. If not, go ahead and find GriffGotBars on all his social medias. You want to go ahead and tell them what they are, hon?
Yep, it's GriffGotBars, and he's on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, you name it. You can find his music.
You name it. Man, I can't believe you're 21.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I just got that at the liquor store.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's good, though, man. Well, go ahead.
1 or 2 F's in Griff.
It's 2.
It's 2 F's. Yeah. We'll put it out on our social media as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and when did you turn 21?
Just in July, actually. I was on tour when I turned 21.
Oh, good shit.
Yeah.
That's perfect time for
Colorado,
a
too. So
Oh,
perfect.
there you go.
Yeah, and turn. How was that?
Oh, that was so good. It was, a lot of people come out, and, it was a really good experience, Both of the tours I went on were really good experiences.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
And how long have you actually been working on music for? You're 21. You're pretty young. So how long have you actually been working on music for?
Like, recording it? Like
Well, overall, I mean, it doesn't even start. I mean, I started doing music before anything was even put on even a cell phone,
Yeah. Well, I started, writing lyrics when I was around 12. And completely honest, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, like the structure and anything.
Right.
But around 18 years old is kind of not taking it seriously. Somebody had a studio, so we recorded a freestyle and some other stuff, and I was like, let's see what posts on SoundCloud and see where that goes. Got some decent traction, so I'm like, maybe I can keep doing this, and I've been trying to grind ever since.
That's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome, man. So you say it was when you were 18 that you actually started taking it very serious?
I mean, more like 19. When I was 18, I started recording, and just recording. That's a lot to take in. That's
Right. You're still kind of testing the waters at that
Yeah,
time.
I feel like I still am testing the waters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
It never stops. But I started taking it more seriously. A lot of friends were like, "Yeah, just get these things down." And you feel like with time, every artist is going to develop. So
yeah,
just keep grinding.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's like they say. I mean, and that's with a lot of things. Not even just musicians, but I mean, for your first 10 years, you're not going to know what the fuck you're doing.
No.
Even when it feels like you're doing something, you're not going to know what the fuck you're doing. It's the same thing with comedy. Most people don't even know what the fuck they're doing until 10 years into their career.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but it's the process that I think every successful person
Always
has talked
talks
about.
about.
Yeah, they always
Yeah.
talk about it. And these years where right now you're in the midst of the process, they're your golden years, dude. That's what you're gonna remember, despite it not being you're there, you're not performing next to some of the major names out there, but you're always going to remember this before any of the stuff that blows up.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the luck to you, man. I think you got something going on.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah.
I appreciate
With
that.
how you're
Thank you.
grinding right now, it's impossible not to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And what's one of the songs that you've actually made that you would actually your number one? You want to push people towards it. What do you want people to hear the most?
Like when people are like, "Oh, what do you want me to listen to?"
Ooh, my number one song out right now that I have to tell you to listen to would have to be Almost Famous. And I feel like that just encompasses the last maybe 7 years, 8 years of my life, and puts it into one track. I felt like it really
Gotcha.
describes me as a person, get a decent feel for who I am from that song.
So it's something that people could actually get to know you through that song.
Yeah, I feel like it is. And there's a
Awesome.
lot more to come, obviously.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
And when did that song come out?
That song came out, I want to say right around March, right before I went on tour, because I wanted it to release before I toured it.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
And what's in your future plans with touring? Are you going to plan on doing something else? Maybe a private booking or?
Well, with tour, it was complicated because I'm actually in a relationship, so.
Gotcha. Oh, it's one of those.
So it's and I have a job, it's not like
right.
I'm making millions out here.
Right.
But, so you gotta, schedule all those things and come in. Honestly, the last tour I got off of, things were just, you gotta check yourself when you're doing this industry at any level, and if you start getting a little egotistical, I feel like it's time to check yourself and really take a step back and focus on your work.
Right.
After that second tour, I was such an egomaniac. I'm I gotta check myself and take a step back and remember where I am and don't want to get ahead of myself and
Well, at least you actually noticed. I mean, you stopped
Yeah.
yourself. You realized that not a lot of people have that self-awareness.
Yeah,
right.
that's huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. I can honestly, I don't do it enough. I think you can vouch for that. I don't do it enough. I should be doing it more, folks.
Yeah.
But I don't do it enough. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it seems like you don't lack self-awareness. You're definitely all there.
Yeah.
Which is great, I mean, especially in this industry, like you said, you really can't get like that. Because everybody in the industry they got some kind of ego,
Yeah.
And that's one of the main things that I like about Phil. Phil is almost, he almost beats himself up. Instead of like being like, I'm the shit, he's almost like, if you guys want to, And that's what I love about him,
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, he's got, some of the guys that literally are that self-aware have the most talent. More talent than the guys who are like, I'm the shit, listen to my stuff. So it's you guys that actually come out with, some of the better work out there.
Yeah, because I feel like you do check yourself. Because if you feel like you're the shit, you can they kind of push aside their work. They kind of speed through it because they think they're so awesome.
Yeah.
But once you check yourself, you kind of focus, like you said, on yourself and your work, and you end up giving out a lot more work and a lot more heart to your work.
And that's another thing too, like about the checking yourself thing. Like, there's a lot of things like some rappers in the game they can do in the past that I can't do, and like you have to like just stay grounded. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, let's try to remind myself, like, at any point, no matter how bad you're doing, you gotta stay grounded and keep up, because you don't want to give yourself like a false illusion of like reality. I think that's the worst thing you can do in the music industry.
Yeah, definitely. Those feelings, of false grandeur,
Yeah. Well, what about CivilSerg over here? When did you start doing music?
I started doing music. Well, I started writing music around like 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
When I was like 13, 12, around the same age of Griffin.
Yeah.
We actually went to middle school together.
Oh, so have you been friends ever since, or?
Slightly a bit. We've been hanging out recently more often since with this music stuff been going on.
Okay.
But other than that, I've been starting taking my music more seriously, like this year and last year. But other than that, I got a 10-song project coming out with.
Okay.
Called Staying Up.
Staying Up, and it's a 10-song project.
Correct.
All right. How long have you been working on it for?
I'm not quite sure. I've been writing a lot, but recording-wise, it was like 4 months.
4 months?
Okay.
For just recording.
So it's one of those projects that's kind of been in the works for quite a while now.
Correct.
Yeah, some of those projects are some of the good ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 songs, that takes a while.
It
yeah.
sure does.
Yeah. I mean, I've noticed that everybody's got their own creative process,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody takes their amount of time that it takes. I mean, for example, my brother, I play guitar. I do songwriting as well. I've been doing it since about your guys' age, like 8th grade, maybe like 7th grade. I'm 29 now, unfortunately. November 19th, I turned 29, so I'm almost at the 30 mark.
God bless.
But, yeah, thank you. But, no, yeah, when I was in about like 7th, 8th grade, I started taking it a little bit serious and writing music. But I feel that I was writing lyrics before I actually started doing any of that stuff. And so I was kind of already comfortable with that at the theater and all that kind of stuff. And, I mean, I can sit down with my brother and we can hash out a song in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like brand new lyrics, brand new chords, and it's done. But my brother, I feel he's more talented when it comes down to, more lead guitar, soloing. I'm more of a strum kind of guy, I like, that kind of melodic, calm vibe. And
It's more depressing. But
yeah.
it's very depressing.
It's from my era, guys. There was, The Cure. There was, there was the new emo age. Jimmy Eat World. Yeah, not like My Chemical Romance. That was like that poser shit that started coming out years later. I really didn't like any of that shit.
He hates stuff.
I hate that. Panic at the Disco. Like,
I can agree with you on that one.
I fucking hate them, man. And it's like now they're being played on B96, which for anybody who's listening outside of Illinois, B96 is like the hip hop pop station in Chicago. It's like what the fuck is Panic at the Disco doing on this station? It's like, shouldn't they be busy sucking somebody's dick right now? I fucking hate them. Yeah, no, I came from a very emo kind of stage in life, but. Like I was saying, yeah, my brother, he does projects and he'll take much longer. But then I listen to him and it's like, shit, man, how the fuck did you do that? So everybody's got a different creative process. It could be, 10 minutes, few months. Like Mario, I think one of the projects he did actually took him like 8-9 months. And it was only like a 5-song thing. And I mean, but at the end of it, you saw the quality of it.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody's got their, different creative process. What's something that you've been doing, especially with this prolonged process that you've been doing?
Just been listening to beats, writing a lot, and just like changing my settings, because I think like just staying in one area and just writing music doesn't really like expand your creativity. So I think like going like
outside of your comfort zone,
outside my comfort zone, and just like writing, and I feel like you bring up more brighter ideas than just staying in that area.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. And so, what's one of the songs out of there that like you're gonna be pumping out the most? Like, what's your favorite one out of there?
Out of there, I'll probably have to say Ages.
Ages.
Oh no, it was Ages, but I changed it to Cry Baby.
Okay.
But the name of the song changed, or your choice changed?
The name of the song.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
The producer that was producing it did some changes in the song, and he thought it was a perfect fit for it, and he talked to me about it first, and
Right.
it was a good fit. So I was like, all right.
And is that one out yet, or is it still to be announced?
It's still in the works of it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I have the copy of it, but then I've been listening to it over and over again, and I see some things I want to change.
Right.
So I'm gonna go back in there sometime.
Well, I mean, word of advice: don't listen to it that much. Listen, like honestly, I'm being serious. Listen to it like maybe like twice. Give yourself a little bit of time before you listen to it again. The more you continue to listen to your material, the more you start nitpicking at it too much. Give yourself a little bit of that distance from listening it so much. Otherwise, you're going to completely destroy your track. And I'm telling you because see, like you got the same creative process that my brother does, which is a little bit longer, right? And I've seen him grab like this awesome song where it's like, "You're done, dude. This is awesome. This is perfect." And he's like, "Nah." He keeps listening to it. Next thing you know, he's like, "I'm scrapping the song. I fucked it up." I'm like, "God damn, why would you do that? It was. Can you go back?" Nah. It's not gonna work out. And I'm like, dude, you gotta stop fucking doing that, because you gotta remember, your biggest critic is gonna be yourself, and the toughest critic is also yourself. So I mean,
because obviously you know what's behind the scenes, and you kind of hear it, but you know your fans, and they're gonna love your music.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially if you got a following. I mean, you guys familiar with Hobo Johnson?
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think about him?
I think he's really interesting. Like, just the whole thing about him is really interesting. I kind of do like him. You know, it's not my first. I'm not listening to that in my playlist every day, but it's definitely dope. And
we love him.
Yeah, I definitely love the guy.
We have a CD.
Yeah, no, and this is like before he started doing his tour and getting big. Like you know,
this was like when he was first.
Yeah,
like, the CD just came out.
I think I had seen one of his videos before it even went viral. And this is one of the cool things that I told her. I wanted to hate him. I wanted to hate him, and I was like, "Fuck is wrong with this kid?" But then it's like, I saw it a few times. It popped up a few times,
and like you said, he's from the depressed era,
yeah.
So his music's kind of sad.
Yeah, and then his shit went viral, so I started listening to him more. Every time it would pop up, I'd listen to it, and then I'm like, no, I just totally see where he's coming from, and dude, it was so addictive.
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely.
like you don't want to be addicted to crack, but you've already taken the first hit. Too far. I'm too deep in now. No, and I started to buy his album. He's like, oh, go on this little shitty website he had at the time. And he's like, order my CD, and I ordered it. And I was like, I'm a huge believer in supporting underground music, no matter where the hell they're from, even if they're from my hometown or anywhere. Buy the shirts. Buy the CDs.
Buy the $1.99 on iTunes, anything.
Yeah, a lot of people think that just by liking you, that's it. Like no,
you gotta share their stuff. You gotta make it happen.
Yeah, you gotta make it happen. If you really, and that's another thing, guys. If you guys are out there, and there's a specific person you guys are thinking of right now that's a local talent, somebody who's been on our show, and you truly do like their material, go out there, share their stuff. If, I think it was with Recluse, he was like, I'm embarrassed to tell people to buy a 99-cent song. No, if people like it, go out there and buy it. That supports. I mean, you guys got to pay your producer. You guys got to pay people to record your shit, master it.
Touring, everything.
Yeah,
everything.
People want everything to be free. And, I mean, in some cases, that's all right. But when you're trying to support,
people
talent.
Who are coming up.
And people you're fans of, come on. Is that really, is a $10 shirt really going to fucking kill you? You guys probably spend more than that on fucking fast food.
Yeah, right.
Liking their stuff and not actually engaging with them is about as bad as just downloading their shit off a LimeWire.
Yeah, exactly.
It's worse, actually.
It's worse, right.
You're that person.
Yeah. So, I mean, just go out there and support these guys, man. But, yeah, it was one of those things where I saw Hobo Johnson. I was like, man, what the fuck, man? I really love this guy. And if you guys actually buy a CD, there's tracks in there that aren't on his Spotify.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And
I mean, we have the CD in our car.
Yeah. I was listening to that shit religiously. I was, just studying what the fuck he's talking about. And, I mean, the guy's really talented. And now he's doing a tour. He's getting big,
he got big,
God bless him. And that's a thing that where if something goes viral, awesome. He was lucky. He got, a little bit of viral, traction to his stuff. But you're actually going out of state. You know, even if it was
And
just
you're
one time.
going.
Yeah, people are gonna, you know, even if it's that one fucking person in that city that's like, dude, GriffGotBars, I saw him live here in my city. He's gonna tell somebody.
And then they're gonna.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
Word
what's
of mouth,
so
yeah.
great
Right.
about touring is that you get different people everywhere, and then those people get new people, and it just goes on like that.
Yeah. So even if you just privately book, man, a show in a different city, like even if it's one city, and you could just, you know, I'm gonna fucking drive out there, get a few homies together, you know, split the gas, split the, you know, expenses, Airbnb it. You know, there's cheap
yeah.
ways of doing that. Book a fucking show, man. Go do it.
Talking about like out of state.
Yeah, man.
hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
definitely.
he already knows what's up
Yeah.
because I've seen your
Yeah.
Instagram where you're all with different cities, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And find those cities that you really like, that you're like, man, I got really good reception here, and keep going back. Because the more you go back, the more they get used to you, your performance, your stage presence.
They'll bring a friend, though,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's happening with Phil right now. I mean, I think it was one of those where, you know, people heard him and they went to a show, but then little by little, like, people just kept going and going and
Yeah.
going to his shows. But, man, you guys are definitely doing something that I think a lot of people want to do and are too afraid.
Yeah, no,
You know,
but
I
you're
think so.
doing it.
Yeah, but you guys are doing it, man. I really like that. So what's so other than these shows and you know, what's other projects that you got in the works for the future, man? What's the plans for the future?
You're talking about like the creative process. I've been
Yeah.
working on this. I don't know if it's like we call it EP or an album or whatever, but it's just like a little piece of work that I've had like again like the last like 8 years of my life, whatever. That's called By Invite Only. You know, I have like a whole bunch of songs written, and my point right now is I don't know which songs I want on the album, but I know some songs I want on there for sure, and I'm not sure about some of them.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure everything's like perfect before I release it, so you know, that'll be coming up in 2019 for sure.
Nice,
Awesome.
yeah. Well, it's right around the corner, folks. So
Yeah.
look out for that. And how's everything else, man? With your social medias and all that, you getting traction there? You guys,
Yeah.
it's growing.
Yeah, I noticed you have a lot of followers on Instagram.
Not a lot.
I mean,
I mean,
and-
like I thought that was a lot at one point, but then like now that I have it, like you just always want more.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's
You're
a-
hungry for more.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
don't have like hundreds of pictures. You have a handful, but
Yeah.
for the number of pictures you have and followers, like the followers are a lot more.
I have a lot of pictures. Like at one point, I had like 40 pictures, and I just didn't like
Oh.
the aesthetic of it, so I started archiving them. I'm like some of them are just like me and my friends, like you know, fucking around. Some of them are like on tour. I'm like, I want people to see me on tour. Like this is a highlight reel.
So that's what I
Right.
saw. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, man, he's definitely making moves. And he came to us. I was like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the good things about touring is because, like, you know, you perform and you're foreign to these people. Like, you know, they act like you're famous. Like, you know, people asking for pictures and everything.
Right.
And, like, you know, you just gotta, like, you know, oh, my social media is this. I'll follow you back. You know,
Mhm.
you follow them back. You just build, you know?
Yeah, you continue to build.
Yeah.
Continue to build, yeah. And I mean, a lot of these people want photos because they're like, one day, I want to talk about this guy, and everybody's going to be like, oh,
Yeah.
holy shit, I took a photo with them. And
Yeah, you say that. But one of the guys we were on tour with, when we were on tour, he was like nobody. And he's got songs in rotation on both 92.3 and WGCI right now.
Oh.
right.
Yeah, Al Hitler, if you've ever heard of him.
No, I
You know,
haven't.
he was on tour with us, and now he's like, he's somebody now. you
Yeah,
know?
he's actually getting pumped out there.
Yeah.
That's really awesome, man. I mean, I just really wish there was more of a local radio kind of push to these
Yeah.
artists, you know?
You don't
Right.
hear a
There
lot
should
of
be,
that.
yeah, there should be more, man.
Yeah.
There should be a lot more. I think Q101 does a thing where they pump out local artists. Like,
Yeah,
I think
they-
it's on Saturdays or Sundays.
Yeah, it's like a new artist of the week. or
Yeah,
something
yeah, and
like
it's always
that.
somebody local or from a small
Someone
town
very
somewhere.
small.
Very small,
You know
yeah.
who was one of them? Lovely the band.
Oh yeah, a while back, right?
Yeah, and they started off as that, and now they're like everywhere. They're
Yeah,
even on
they're
the
huge.
pop stations now and everything.
Yeah. So that
So-
stuff. I mean, I remember Fits in the Tantrums was definitely one of those bands that nobody knew who the fuck they were. I think
Everyone knows. Well, do you
Yeah.
know who
Yeah.
they are?
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. They man, you listen to that and you. Man, how do I say it? Because people are so fucking sensitive. It sounds like a black guy, man. The first time you listen to it, if you close your eyes and you listen to the singing, it sounds like a black guy singing Motown, right?
Yeah.
And I got my video producer over here. He's like, I'm going to fucking strangle this guy. No, but the first time I heard him, I was like, damn, what the fuck? I'm like, this guy sings like no other fucking white guy has, you know?
Yeah.
And I think they were playing record shops in like L.A. and all these small cities, like little small fucking spots, man, like little PA speaker, just live, you know, little bullshit. And I saw that, and then down the line, like maybe a few months later, I think I saw him on the show that used to run late night. It was Last Call with Carson Daly.
Yeah.
And Carson Daly would always, like, at the end of the show would grab, like, you know, an unknown artist that he picked that he's listening to, he's following, and it was the Fits and the Tantrums. And I was like, oh, holy shit! I was like, I just literally saw them a few months ago, doing little bullshit, and now they're on this show, and then little by little they start growing. Then they're on Q101, and then I'm seeing them on TV, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They're on car commercials. They're using their music, and I mean, they blew up hard.
Oh yeah, they do.
But it's that push, man, that isn't there anymore. MTV's died.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
dead.
it's so fucking dead, man. It's like,
That might have something to do with it not ever playing music.
well, of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
But
played
that,
themselves there. They played themselves.
yeah. But I mean, in all reality, they're going towards what's being watched, right? And a lot of kids nowadays, they
They
want
kind of
different
lost,
shit, man. They want different shit.
or
and
like people kind of want just to be famous. Like they start off and they're famous right away, or like the first couple of shows, or within like the first year.
I'll do anything to get it too.
Yeah,
Right,
And
right.
it's just like everything but that hard grind.
Yeah, right, everything but.
yeah, it's that fake flex, man. That's
Yeah.
like, why are y'all fake flexing for?
I don't think people realize like how much of hip hop is that. Like even on like the mainstream level, how much that's just blown out of proportion.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's all an act.
Yeah.
And people take it seriously, and that's why people aren't taking their music seriously. Overall, period. I mean, like I was just literally watching a PewDiePie video,
Oh, okay.
and he was talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine,
Yeah.
and he was like, hang on, he's like, he offered everything that was in his bank. He's like, he's only got 1.7 million in his bank. He's like, I'm not trying to talk shit. I don't think I'm hired. But he's like, but you only got 1.7 million in the bank? It's like, dude, that's sad. And it's like, and all these guys are flashing their stuff. I mean, PewDiePie's got a fuckload of money. He's got fuck you money.
Yeah,
You know,
so-
he's got fuck you money, but he's branded himself properly. You know, it's like
And
a lot.
he's very stingent with his money. He's
Yeah.
not one of those flashers.
Yeah.
Throwing it around.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who make a good career and aren't flashy with it, and they're much more successful. I mean, like look at Ethan Klein from H3H3.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got way more money than a well-established comedian like Tom Segura.
And he dresses almost as cheaply as Bill Gates.
Yeah, right. If not more. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
and
flip flops with socks, and they have a really it's one of those things where if you're a true businessman, and you should be if you're in the music industry, entertainment industry, period.
it's rare that they're talking about how much money they have,
Yeah.
or like,
Yeah.
was it Tekashi who was like, he like had this chain.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show.
Yeah, and then he like never even paid the person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The guy
I still
came
remember
out.
that, yeah.
We highlighted that on the show. That's pretty fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, but 1.7 mil. Where's he squandering that at?
Yeah, because I mean, I thought with a song with someone like Nicki Minaj, he would have a lot more money. Because that's pretty famous. That's pretty high up there.
If he's doing a song with Nicki, I can guarantee you Nicki's people are fucking finessing his ass out of
I
a
heard
lot
they
more
jumped
money.
him right after he did it too. Like,
I don't know.
Did they really?
Well, nobody
what I
knows if
heard.
it's true or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows what the fuck
I
is
mean,
going
but
on?
if he only has that much
25 to
money,
life now.
doesn't he have like a car with like a really expensive car with like his colors on it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Rented.
He's
Oh.
that's fucking sad,
he
man.
does. I think it's a Lambo. I've seen it. It's like all rainbowed out.
Yeah.
What's the need for that? Why
Yeah.
would you want to spend that much money? I mean, like, let's say tomorrow you get signed and they give you your advance. You know how an advance works, right? They give
Yeah.
you $1 million, but they're expecting you to make $1 million back, so it's credit.
Yeah.
They're fronting you, and if you don't, make that $1 million back in sales, you owe them the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, So I mean, let's say you get $1 million check off of something.
If you just put it all in the car.
And you're going to spend half of it on a car, a quarter on the car? Like, how much is one of those cars? Like,
200, a quarter mil.
yeah, quarter
The
mil.
insurance on that? He's only like
And,
22.
right. And insurance on that, then you got to pay the taxes at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's like
Fuck is wrong with
that's
you?
not smart. You gotta.
Even 50 Cent rented his car. So like the Candy Shop video, it's all Ferraris.
Mhm.
He just borrowed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Right. That's how you got to do it. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy out there. I mean, why squander your money like that? They're spending all their. How did Ethan say it? It's all their Spider-Man and Elsa money.
Yeah. Do you know about that?
Know about what?
The Elsa Gate.
No, I don't.
On YouTube, you know how kids, because we have kids,
Yeah.
and like they're watching like Elsa and Spider, like people dressed up as them,
Yeah.
but they're doing like really weird stuff.
Overly
like,
sexualized.
Yeah, and
Really?
like she'd be
Yeah.
grabbing
For
her
sure.
boobs, and he'd be like just being weird.
Sniffing each other's dicks. Like, it was crazy. And this was on YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was slipping through the cracks. It was slipping
Because
through the cracks.
They branded as kids because like, oh, they're Elsa and Spider-Man.
Yeah, and they're dressed up as Spider-Man
But
and all
when
that.
you watch it, it's like, what the hell's going on?
It ended up being these prankster YouTubers that are pretty famous on YouTube, the Bradbury brothers, right?
And they would go into like the hood neighborhoods, right?
Yeah, and they were the first ones who were like, it's just a prank, and they were like getting jumped.
yeah.
It was those guys. They were responsible for that.
They were the ones dressing up on a new YouTube, pretending it wasn't them.
Yeah.
But they were like getting filthy rich because you know how kids are like YouTube all day.
Right.
Yeah.
And they would have like so many views and they were getting so rich. And then one of these YouTubers discovered that it was them. And then they realized like they're buying all these expensive cars with this YouTube money like right away. Because these are like young two brothers.
Yeah.
And all their Elsa and Spider-Man money. That's basically what the joke
Yeah,
is.
yeah. They literally, all the money like that they generated off
They
these
had like
videos.
3 Ferraris.
Golden BMW.
Golden BMW, yeah.
Like, yeah.
They spent all their money on
All
these vehicles.
their YouTube money went straight to these
Yeah.
stupid cars.
Wow, that's still a lot of money though.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, yeah, of course.
The,
of
the
course.
kids side of YouTube, like the Baby Shark people, they are millionaires right now.
Wow.
Like straight millionaires.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times I hear musicians who have been like, "How come I'm not making as much money as all these other YouTubers?" The answer is pretty fucking simple. You don't have an original beat.
Yeah.
You can't monetize it. It's eventually somebody's going to claim it, you know? And a lot of the times that's what happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you don't hire a producer to give you an original beat, you're getting him offline. Even those guys will screw you sometimes. Like, oh, I just bought a beat. And then you buy it and they sell that same beat to somebody else in, you know, Tucson, Arizona or whatever. That guy could easily fucking one day claim your shit.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
The way beat leases work, it's always been confusing me. But like, you can buy a lease and then they can just turn around and sell it to somebody else. But then a third person can come and buy exclusive rights. And now nobody's supposed to have this song, but he
Right.
just sold it to 2 people. So
Right.
like, how does that work?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they're screwing over artists.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's just like standard. I always thought that was weird how that works.
Yeah, that's why I always recommend get a fucking engineer who's gonna
Yep.
engineer your shit, like, and that it's yours. You got the paperwork to prove, like, hey, you're not gonna sell this shit to anybody else. I got exclusive rights to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you don't do it that way, you're screwing yourself. You're burying your own fucking grave.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could make money. I mean, there could be a song that hits hard. I mean, it'll be a heavy hitter, and it's gonna go viral. But the more viral it goes, the more attention it starts to spark. And if the shit's either leased out or it's something that somebody else had made and it's not an original, you don't got any rights to it. That's all your money out there. It's going to the guy that it's supposed to be going to.
Like what happened with Juice WRLD and Sting recently.
What happened with that?
Apparently Sting is taking 85% of the profits for Lucid Dreams because they like sampled his stuff or something. Or,
Holy shit!
yeah,
85%.
85%.
Yikes!
Yeah.
That's what happened, folks. You guys got to be careful out there, man.
Man.
You have got to be careful out there. Yeah, it's no joke out there.
That's tough stuff
Yeah.
to be an artist.
It's a big percentage.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where that should motivate people to stay original. Original
yeah.
fucking content.
Yeah.
What could you do? I mean, it's a business. Everybody's going to want their cut in it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I was like, you're really pushing hard when I heard you're doing all that stuff. I'm like, it must be so hard to like go travel. And you said you still have a job on the side.
Yeah.
So how are you balancing all this out? And you said you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So
It's really hard to balance, honestly. Because, like, obviously, like, I have, like, bills like everybody else does. So, like, work, like, comes first in, like, life in general. But, like, it's a very close second with hip-hop. Like, this is my life. Like, this is, like, what I've dedicated or chose to dedicate my life to. So, like, like I said, by any means necessary. Like, I'll do anything. Like, there's times where, like, I work, like, 5 to 10, like, a regular job.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll clock out, and then I'll go, like, do Uber to, like, 3 in the morning.
Oh.
Like, any, like...
wow.
He sounds like a young me.
Yeah, that's what he used to do.
Yeah.
He used to do that.
Yeah, no shame in any kind of hustle, man.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
You got to get it, man. Yeah.
Because when you're sleeping, somebody else is out there getting it.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
And it's somebody
mean-
else's marketing dollar. That could have been
Exactly.
yours.
It could have been yours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's so rare when I see someone this young talking like that. It's extremely rare.
Yeah. Take notes, you fucking scumbag.
Take
who are out
fucking
there.
notes.
Take fucking
So,
notes.
and do you ever feel like the travel and like your relationship and work and all this, do you ever feel like it gets too much?
To be completely honest, I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's enough. Like, you travel, and, like, the weird thing is, like, I've only done 2 tours in my life. But, like, the first one, it was with, like, it was longer than the second one. So, like, I got off, and, like, everything was crazy. Like, I went from being a regular kid, pushed in front of, like, thousands of people. Then I come back, and it's like, whoa, like,
You kind of wanted that again?
You kind of want to like slow down,
okay.
slow down, like, you know, this is kind of cool, but like, yeah, you do want it again. You can keep wanting that, and you know, you just gotta
find that rhythm.
Yeah.
And so was that the first time that you were in front of like a big crowd like that?
No, like probably like the biggest show I've done was on that tour, yeah. But
okay.
like the JTech show where I met Phil at actually, that was probably the first time I was ever like put in front of a big crowd, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you killed it that night.
That night? You're talking about when I met Phil?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like my first big show. There's always, you know, you gotta learn from those.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's an experience, man.
Yeah.
Experience first, then you get, you know, you have to start working on the actual, you know, how I'm going to work this next time. I mean, you can't be successful without bombing every once in a while, you know.
No, yeah,
it's going to fucking happen. I mean,
then
shit.
you learn from that.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you don't learn from that, then it was for nothing.
Do your parents ever go to your shows or no?
No, actually, I was brought up in foster care. So.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I can feel that.
My mom is, she's still in my life. We just saw her for Thanksgiving. Shout out, Mom, I love you.
Oh.
But, you know, she's really supportive. She's never really knocked me. It's funny because in 8th grade, like, one of the first songs I recorded, you know, I was just a punk kid, but I had issues at school with people bullying me, so I'm like, going to make a diss track against these kids. So it's cringy, obviously, but I ended up getting expelled over it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my
Wait,
mom.
were you threatening kids?
No,
or?
they just didn't like it. It was an alternative school, and there was like a zero tolerance for, so, you know, they didn't want any violence or anything. But my mom actually bought me all that recording software, and I thought she was going to be livid. She was like, honestly, like, you got some talent going on there.
Good. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel that, man.
That's pretty funny.
Man, that's really fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parallels that I'm seeing in you.
Yeah.
In all reality, there's a lot of parallels. I'll tell you some more personal shit when we get off the air, but there's a lot of parallels to you, man.
Yeah.
I like them a lot, man. And where's your hometown at?
It's actually, like, I was actually born in Toronto, but when I was like 2 years old, my dad got a job in Elburn. So he moved. It's a small town by DeKalb.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Then we moved out to DeKalb, and from there I lived in DeKalb till I was around like 15 years old till 2012 when I went to foster care out in the northwest burbs.
Gotcha. So majority of the time you've been in DeKalb then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
So that's okay.
Yeah, you are pretty close to us then. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we live
Yeah,
down there.
man. Yeah, I really like that, man. I really like that hustle mentality, and I know where it's coming from.
I could feel it.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I don't feel it sometimes.
Yeah. No, you won't feel it all the time, man. Yeah, and I know your OCD that you were talking about earlier, where you're like, I feel like I should be doing more. Yeah. I've gotten those moments, man. I've got them a million times where I'll be up all night and I'm just like, no. I feel like I should be doing something. I feel like I should, and I start coming out with ideas and all kinds of stuff, man. My biggest thing, man, is get a fucking notebook.
Yeah.
And write down every idea, even if it's not music related, man. Sit down and jot everything down, man. Jot everything down, man. You can't go wrong.
You never know.
You never know, man. And and a lot of those little sparks, man, that you get sometimes. Some of the major sparks that can start some of the biggest fires in your life, in a positive way, are going to come from this tiny little spark. And if you're going to be one of those guys who gets these brilliant ideas, and you don't write it down, you could lose that spark and you'll forget about it. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of these ideas that every human's got this. And I don't mean to get religious or anything, but I've always told people, especially, growing up as an immigrant in the U.S., is everybody, the moment you're born, God gives you the same fucking toolbox. Everybody's got the same toolbox. He's got the same toolbox. You got the same toolbox. We all do. It's on you how much practice you're going to get at building shit, fixing shit, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody's born with the same fucking opportunity, all right? If you actually use those tools properly, man, and you put them to good use, you could do a lot of shit, man. But you have to find that fucking spark that's going to light everything up, man. There's a lot of people just sit there and they're like, I want to have that life. Oh, look, I hope nobody, but it's like, look at Tekashi, I want that life, Or, look at this person, I want that life, But people don't ask themselves, how can I get that life?
Yeah.
They say, I want it. It'd be cool to have that life. Man, how I wish.
Or if they kind of look into it and they're like, oh, that's too much work. At least look at your Instagram, you see, all with the crowd and everything. They're like, damn, that's awesome. But then they don't really get behind the scenes of, like, everything that kind of goes on. Like you said, you're working all this and you're doing all that. They don't really realize you kind of have to work.
You have to work, man.
You have to work really hard.
You have to work really hard, man.
Picture does not describe everything.
No, it's like a 2-second part of like 3 weeks of my life.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, but it's You all have to, everybody out there listening, man, if there's somebody you're admiring, something you want to go do, figure out how the fuck you're going to go out there and do it. Stop sitting still. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
That's beyond me, too.
Yeah, it's like I see people and they're just sitting still. The fuck are you doing?
I see a lot of guys, like, on SoundCloud, like these local guys, that'll just post. And they'll just expect, like, to have that one day where they blow up. I'm like, man, it's 10 years of work for an overnight success. Like, that's what you got to do for this. Like,
Right.
I just don't get the angle.
I don't either, man. Yeah. But you know what? That just means more bread for us, man.
Yeah.
There's more bread for us. We come, we get the bread, they can have the breadcrumbs. It's fine. They weren't here. The first come, first serve, right?
Yeah.
You know, first come, first
Or
serve.
they don't eat it all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. No, man, I really like that
Awesome.
hustle, man. I really like that hustle. We're going to take a moment to, do a quick little sponsor break and give you guys a little bit of good news. Hey, guys, this is George E., King of the Castle.
And this is Leslie E., the Mama Bear.
And as you guys already know, we're the hosts of Two Sushi Rolls podcast. And we just started a new network, the TSRP network. And we got 2 great new podcasts just joined the family.
There's the Baldwin Kids, where you'll get your chill music, mental health, and nerd culture fix. And there's Levels to This with Mo Sadiq, where he talks politics with your everyday Americans.
So make sure you guys catch us every week on all major platforms or wherever it is that you listen to your podcasts.
So join us.
Today's episode is sponsored by BasicRoofingTX.com and BasicRoofingIL.com. If you guys are in the Texas area, you guys just got hit with a storm season, right?
Yeah.
Hurricane season.
And a lot of hail down there, too.
Yeah. So if you guys are unsure if your house was damaged, you guys can go to BasicRoofingTX.com. You find their contact information, and if you're too lazy to do that, let me give it to you right now. Their Texas number is 210-240-4124. Now, you guys can give them a call. They'll go to your house, give you a free inspection, free of charge, and they'll let you know the scope of the damage. They'll show you guys photos. They'll literally go the extra mile to make sure you guys have peace of mind in knowing whether your roof is going to be leaking, if it's if it's going to need some kind of replacing. And the best part is they'll work with your insurance company so that it is covered. All right? Now, insurance companies will make sure that they go to all these things to make sure that they don't give you the full coverage.
They just want your money.
They want your money.
They don't want to actually help you.
They're always going to find a way to lowball you on how much money they're actually going to give you back for the repairs. Well, the good thing is Basic Roofing TX, BasicRoofingIL.com will make sure that they fight with the insurance company to get you the full coverage on your roof. They will fight and fight and fight to get you the maximum return. Now, that means that you can easily, get a $30,000, $40,000 job, for the price of your deductible. How much is your deductible? $500, $1,000?
That and a brand new roof.
Yeah, I'd rather pay $1,000 deductible on my house and get a brand new roof than cough up, $30,000, $40,000. So if this is what you guys are having an issue with, or leaks in the ceiling, because this all ends up going inside.
Yeah, and it's like a domino effect.
Exactly.
You will fuck up a lot of shit.
Yeah, guys. So don't wait. Don't wait. Don't squander time. Make sure you guys contact them. That's BasicRoofingTX.com for their Texas office, and it's BasicRoofingIL.com for their Illinois office. Their Texas number is 210-240-4124. Their Illinois office is 630-742-0477. Let them know that the Two Sushi Rolls fucking sent you. They're gonna be like, "What? For real?"
Yep, they're awesome. So.
All right. Other than that ad, I also wanted to take the time to let you guys know that we actually have a personal ad now. We had some really great news. By the time you guys listen to this,
yay.
you guys are also going to be listening to a bonus episode we actually just recorded on Black Friday.
So it was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, guys. We actually became fans of a really, 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 really nice podcast. It's very chill, very mellow, complete contrast to us.
Yeah, if you're going there and you're listening and you're expecting King of the fucking Castle.
Yeah,
it's not there.
You won't get as many fucks as what I give you guys. Yeah, but it's their podcast is the Baldwin Kids podcast. These guys are fantastic.
They're very chill and they're educated. They kind of bring in their own, and they bring up a lot of stuff that people don't want to bring up in their community.
Exactly.
And it's definitely, if you're looking to relax instead of laugh, you should definitely listen to them.
Definitely. They cover topics such as mental health.
Yeah, they have mental health in their community because they're, the black and gay community. They kind of try to cover that up. They don't
Exactly.
bring it up. And they bring up mental health. They also have their nerd section.
Nerd culture.
Yeah, and they do a lot of that.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff, guys. Make sure you guys check out the Baldwin Kids podcast. As of right now, they are only on SoundCloud, but we actually just signed a contract with them. They are part of the TSRP network. What's that, you say? That's a Two Sushi Rolls podcast network. They actually just signed with us. They'll be part of our umbrella. So that means that you guys will actually be able to find them on SoundCloud, iTunes,
Spotify,
Google Play,
everything.
Alexa, everything, guys. You guys will find them on all major platforms soon to come.
And we'll be announcing that.
Exactly. So we'll be announcing that. But as of right now, please go to SoundCloud, check them out, give them a search. That's the Baldwin Kids. And I can't wait to start working with them.
Yeah,
it's
they're
fantastic.
really great people.
Yeah, and above that, you guys have also known that we have been in the works with our producer and his show. We actually got him a show started. There's been a lot of format changes. There's been a lot of playing around.
It's been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster, but all for good reason, guys, because this show is actually found a home. It's found what it needs to be doing.
We found the heart.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some refining, but that's with anything, including our show.
Oh, yeah.
With anybody's stuff, right?
If you go back and listen to our first episode, people.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening. We were getting really good. Yeah. But, just so you guys know, that's Mo's show. You guys could also find that on Spotify, iTunes. We'll give you guys more info. Everything.
Yeah,
all
it's
major
on
platforms.
everything already.
Yeah.
But we've just refining it.
Yeah, we're refining it.
Name.
Yeah, and the new name that we came up for it is There's Levels to This Shit.
And you will find out why if you listen.
Exactly.
So.
He touches on politics. A lot of the stuff that I'm not supposed to be talking about on the show, but I get drunk and all of a sudden...
Yeah, all of a sudden politics
all
just kind of pour out of the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, guys, we'll give you guys more info on that. That's already in the works. We already got some episodes on there and everything. But please wait until we tell you to go listen. There's still some stuff we have to tweak on that. But that's a great show. So we got the Baldwin Kids podcast, and we also got There's Levels to This Shit with Mo Sadiq. So please stay on the lookout for that. And to all our listeners worldwide, thank you so much for listening. None of this would be possible without you guys. It's a treat to come in every Saturday, and whenever we need to record, we get to meet a whole bunch of talented people.
We love meeting people.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome, especially people like you.
Yeah.
We always say, you're our people.
Yeah, definitely. And we get a lot of musicians. We've gotten photographers in here.
A lot of creative arts, I noticed.
Yeah. And that's not all, folks. Our doors are open to any of you guys who actually want to come in here and promote something. Two Sushi Rolls podcast is the place you guys can find a home at.
Yeah.
So please contact us. If there's something you want to promote, you want to be in the show.
We will make it happen.
We will make it happen, folks. As well as if there's some political talk you guys want to talk about, feel free to message us. Like I said, we also got a show on our umbrella with There's Levels to This Shit with Mo Sadiq.
You don't have to agree with him. You can agree with him. It's just for the two of you.
Yeah, it's a discussion.
So you don't have to worry about, my views aren't mainline or anything like that.
Yes, exactly. So you guys got to make sure that if you guys want to come in, you want to put your point of view on the table. You guys want to discuss something. Is there something that's just burning in your belly that you want to get off?
We don't film, so you can go anonymous. So you can say what you want to say.
Yeah, you can be anonymous.
Not getting fired.
Yeah.
Or pissing off your family and friends.
You do not have to.
I encourage you guys to come on the show and speak your mind. That's what it's about.
Yeah, very passionate. He just interrupted my promo by telling me this. This is fantastic.
No, it's a show. It's
a show.
Okay.
It's all right. He's very passionate. Thank you, Mo. But yeah, and if you also want to start signing up to be a guest for the Baldwin Kids podcast, please also message us. In the future, we're going to let you guys know the emails, all the contact info. But that is soon to come, actually, by the 7th, correct?
Yes.
December 7th, you guys.
The first Friday of December.
Mm-hmm. That we will make it the official TSRP network launch. So look out for that, guys, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for telling your friends about it. And we got listeners in Italy, guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. We got listeners in New Zealand. Shout out to them.
It's been everywhere.
It's
been
everywhere, guys. Yeah.
You get
So
the
if they-
right people, and they
Yeah.
tell the right person.
They're like, I want to hear this crazy son of a bitch say fuck, 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 fuck on the microphone. But guess what? We're not on the radio, so I can say it all I fucking want.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Recluse. Recluse. Yeah. Also, if you guys are ever in town, I'm actually gonna in the Aurora area. It's Aurora, right? Yeah. If you guys are ever in the Aurora area, look out. I'm gonna start giving out some show times. I'm actually gonna be doing stand-up comedy at the Comedy Shrine. So I'll be giving some future dates for that. So look out for that. I'm also just gonna try to get into Zanies. Maybe go do some open mics at Zanies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, look out for that, guys. If you guys want to come out and see some stand-up comedy, if you guys like being offended, you're gonna love what I gotta fucking say. No, I'm just kidding, guys. No, you guys are gonna laugh. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna laugh. You guys are gonna giggle. You may cry a little bit. They may cry. I can make people cry.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, go on my Instagram. What's my Instagram? My personal one. It's just
George Scutia.
yeah. Go to Georgia Scutia, Jorge. Last name Escutia. If you guys go all the way to the bottom, there's actually there's a video. I called it Death by Barstool. We got Justin Lewis driving the van. That's the guy who got stabbed in the neck by his ex-gay lover. Then we also have Mo Sadiq in the back crying into his hands from defeat, from a long day's work of being a man.
I spend a lot of my time doing that.
When I first started dating George, that was like the first picture he showed. That was the first picture I saw of you.
I was like, hey, you want to see this guy cry? I made this Muslim guy cry. Did I mention I made him eat pork one time?
Yeah, you told me that story.
For anybody who's offended by that, it was a fucking honest mistake.
It was a mistake. He wasn't purposely feeding
but it was
to
one
him.
of those where the mistake was done. I realized it, and I was like, well, we got to keep going with it. He's one of my best friends, guys. It's all right. It's all right.
Almost died.
I know.
Yeah, your body was not at all ready for that.
Yeah. So go back to previous episodes. I actually told the story of how I fed a Muslim guy some al pastor tacos, which is pork tacos. He asked me what kind of meat it was. I said, "Oh, it's beef. It's marinated beef." I was like, "Shit, he doesn't eat pork."
And that was when you realized.
Yeah, it literally sounded like the atomic bomb dropping in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, if I've ever heard it.
Almost crying.
Yeah. That's probably why his mom doesn't like me. Mo's mom really does not like me. She's a G, though.
Yeah,
She'll run up in your
she's
motherfucking house.
Badass. That is mom of the fucking year if I've ever seen
God
one.
damn, yeah. She ran up in our house one time.
Is it when she had like a gun to her face?
Twice. No, this is
No.
Twice.
This is a different time. She was looking for her son Mo. He was at her place smoking pot. We were kids, drinking, being 21-year-olds. Not like you.
Yeah.
We were a lot wilder.
Yeah.
Like I've said in previous episodes. I'm not gonna repeat that. I don't want my wife getting mad at me. But anyways, we were pretty wild, and yeah, his mom ran up on us. She walked into that fucking house. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No knock, nothing.
No, knock, nothing.
She don't
yeah.
give a fuck. That's
There
her
could've been
kid.
a gun on the other side, a meth head.
But didn't she
whatever.
have a gun to her face once? And she was like, do it.
My mom's not scared. My mom's been a slave.
Yeah, she was a slave. And
She
what
does
country
not
was it
care.
again?
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yeah.
She was a slave in Pakistan. His mom was a slave,
My
dude.
mom does not care.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like,
she's a fucking G, man.
badass.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, well, that's a badass if I've ever fucking met one.
Yeah.
But that's probably why his mom doesn't like me. Fucking, you fed my son pork, you son of a bitch. He liked that.
Well, until like hours later.
No, it wasn't even hours later. It was like seconds later.
Oh, you're
Seconds later. It sounded like a fucking baby filled its diaper. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. Maybe that was pork. He's like, oh, no, I taste it. Good. Oh, man. Goddamn. All right, guys, back to the show, man.
I'm sorry.
Griff, I'm sorry, man.
That was funny.
This is what you came into, man. You signed up for this shit. And we usually get a little bit crazy. I think I've been keeping it a little bit tame lately.
A lot more tame because he's a comedian. And
Yeah.
comedians don't give a fuck.
And I'm constantly being told to just shut the fuck up. Like, you shouldn't have brought that up. And I'm
She's
just
gonna
like,
get us sued.
yeah, that's another thing, guys. If you guys have noticed that I've kind of toned down a few episodes, I don't want to get sued. And my producer's like, you're going to get us fucking sued. You weren't allowed to say that. So I'll kind of watch shit that I say and, edit it out and all that. So, but, I mean, you're still going to get a little bit of my wild side, right?
Well, I feel like your wild side can come out in your wild stories.
Yeah, got hella stories, man. Yeah. I was well, lucky for you, you were in foster care, right? So somebody actually took care of you and all that kind of stuff, right?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
I was in a group home, so.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, I was homeless for a little bit. I wasn't a very good son.
Yeah.
So I didn't end up, I had to learn the hard way, so to speak. So I had a lot of life experiences, but I definitely didn't let them knock me down. And I learned from them, and I completely fucking evolved.
Yes.
I mean, despite the silly shit you guys hear me doing, I mean, I got my fucking shit straight. I mean, I got my house.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a
we have
mortgage.
6 kids.
Yeah, I get take care of.
Kids?
Yeah,
Yeah,
6 kids.
this is our youngest.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. And here's the
Thank you.
crazy thing. There's people out there who are like, it's just them. It's a single guy, right, or single female. They could hardly take care of themselves. So you just imagine right now how much it costs to take care of 6 kids. I'm not going to go ahead and say numbers on the mic, but 2-3 weeks ago, I'm over here talking to my producer.
Made my balls go up.
Yeah, we're like,
it was on my birthday.
Yeah, we're talking about how much a month it costs just to live. And Mo was like, what?
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck?
And I was like, why is this so surprising? Don't you see how many people are in this house right now?
Yeah. So, I mean, it costs a lot. And I always wonder, I'm like, so why is it that these guys are like literally like, how much could their roommate rent possibly be? Like
Right.
$200
To not make it work.
to room with somebody in a fucking room or something? It's like, and y'all are still fucking broke.
Well, yeah, like we always talk about be broke for a reason.
Yeah, be broke for a reason. If you're gonna be broke, I'm not hating on you.
No, be broke because you're paying your bills and you're
Yeah.
feeding
Okay.
yourself. And
Right.
trust me. No,
Yeah.
but if you're broke because you spend it all on drugs and you went out to go party and
Bottle service and all that kind of stupid shit, then
Yeah.
it's like, no,
That's
I don't
not
feel
for
bad
a
for you.
reason.
Yeah, I don't feel bad
Yeah,
for people
no.
like that. And it's like, and that's the crazy thing, because I've seen people like that who are like, oh, this dude's got 6 kids, I don't got shit to worry about. Yeah, you do. That you're fucking broke. That's definitely a huge thing to fucking worry about, bro. Like,
rest of your life.
yeah, you can't take care of yourself. Don't come at me about how many fucking kids I got. I'm taking care of myself. She doesn't work.
No, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, she's a stay-at-home mom, so it's just off of my income.
Yeah.
So we what's that?
How old is the oldest then?
The oldest, she's 9 years old.
Well, she's my stepdaughter, but I
Yeah.
take care of everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's 9.
Yeah,
She just
I
turned
have
9,
4
actually.
kids from a previous marriage, and then I got 2 from our marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was a single dad for a good period of time, and she came into the picture, and she kind of like filled the roles amazingly. By the way, I was in a really fucking terrible spot, but she came in, and she's like way younger than me. She's
I'm the same age as you. 20.
21?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm 20, turning 21 next month.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So,
yeah. But
they call me mom.
Yeah.
We're all. So it's like our family.
Yeah, it's
so
a-
that's
it's a
why I
really
said
happy
we have
family.
6 kids.
Yeah.
yeah, we have 6 kids.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
but I mean, I've got, and like I said, I was going to tell you some stuff after the show, but I definitely I would never ever go. I will fucking suck dick before my kids are ever out of my picture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm willing to, like,
Yeah, we don't understand parents that we just don't.
yeah, man.
Because he makes it work. With single dad with 4
yeah,
kids.
man. I'll do
he
whatever
made
it takes,
fucking
man.
Work.
It's that immigrant mentality, man. I see a lot of people, and no offense, but I see a lot of white people who are just like in the mud, and it's like they're blaming every fucking body, man,
That's
except
what white
themselves.
people do.
Yeah, man. It's
That's
like
what-
it's because of this person, and because of this, and because of this. It's like, dude, no, it's because of you, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they don't connect the dots. Where it's like, how many times have you actually seen a Mexican dude at one of those exits begging for money?
I've never seen.
Never seen a Mexican.
No.
And there's actually one of my brother's friends. He wanted to come on the show to talk about this. He's like, man, I had somebody fucking get in my face talking about you fucking Mexicans stealing jobs. He's like, dude, I have 3 fucking companies. I have a carpet cleaning, and they're well established.
Yeah.
He's got an epoxy floor company. He's got a carpeting company, and he's got a painting company where they do like maintenance and all that kind of stuff. He's like, I own 3 companies. That's 3 companies that employ you fucking cocksuckers. And you're gonna tell me that I'm taking your fucking jobs? I'm creating jobs, and that's how I've always seen it. I mean, we've hired white boys, we've hired black dudes, we've hired Muslims over here. This fucking cocksucker over here. I love him. But yeah, no, I mean, we do create jobs, man, and I feel that that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Like, well, why is this fucking Mexican driving down the road in a way better car than I am? Well, because he fucking realized that you got to work for what you need to get. You know, you can't be looking at the other fucking person in the lane next to you. You know, it's like a race, man. I've always said it. You know, keep your fucking eye on your lane. You know, if you've ever done track, First fucking rule is don't look at the guy you're racing next to you.
No, it
It's
slows
look
you down.
straight. Yeah, it slows you down. Look straight ahead. Because the moment you start looking at this guy next to you and, hey, this black guy's got a better car than me. And holy shit, to the left, there's a Mexican dude with a better car than me. And now there's this Asian dude. He's opening up a liquor store. How come I can't do anything? How come I'm on welfare? How come I'm doing this? How come I'm... Because you're choosing to.
Yeah.
You know? But,
And I do see a lot. Like he said, there's perils. Like you too. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Well, he
man.
will discuss afterwards.
Yeah?
You
yeah,
will
there's
see.
a lot of parallels to us, man. But I do appreciate your hustle,
You will
man.
succeed. You will
Yeah,
succeed.
you will, man. I got a
There's
good eye
no
for that
doubt.
shit. You will, man. You will.
I'm way too invested right now not to. So.
Yeah,
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 there you
man.
go.
That's the one thing that I always tell
Yeah.
people, man. When you realize I'm in too fucking deep, I can't fail. Failure is not an option anymore.
Yeah.
You already chose. Because what's gonna happen if you quit? You know what your dream is right now tomorrow. Everybody's gonna look like you like a fucking joke,
Yeah, no, exactly.
right?
I
And
think
like
about that
all
too.
your work.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of weight on
everything.
your shoulder. The moment you did that, you put yourself a fucking huge backpack that's just gonna continue to get more and more stuff in it.
Yeah.
You've taken on this load, man, and it's too late to back down. Failure is no longer an option, and if that's the option people take, man, dude, it's gonna be an embarrassing one. You know, it's one of the things
Yeah.
that we've talked about. It's like with all this with the show. We ended up having to get an office, you know, so it's more presentable for the guests and all this shit. And even now, there's still, you know, humps and all that. And, you know, whether we're in this office, you know, a year from now or not, the show's still going to be going. You know what I'm saying? It's like failure is not an option. You know, it's definitely not an option. I could definitely tell that that's the route you're going to take.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to go ahead and plug, because it's already, what mark are we on right now?
We're probably an hour. An hour
An
and
more?
1 minute.
Jesus, man. It feels like we've only been talking for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
know, right?
poor CivilSerg
Yeah.
didn't even get to say much. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
No, it's all right.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, my bad. Is there anything you want to plug before we take off? Because that's what we want to do right now.
No, I mean, you can go follow me on Instagram, Facebook.
CivilSerg.
Go to YouTube, type in official CivilSerg, you'll find me.
Okay.
All right.
I got some more music coming out. Like I said, I got this song. I got this 10 album song I'm dropping 2019.
Right.
Awesome.
And I also got some singles I've been wanting to drop too. So just keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, and that's official CivilSerg.
correct. Yes.
All right.
All right, and you want to go ahead and plug your stuff in?
You can go follow me at any major platform at GriffGotBars.
Yeah, go check him out, guys. He's on Instagram. He's on all
Facebook,
major,
Spotify,
yeah, everything,
YouTube.
guys.
And
You
come
name
see me
it.
December 1st at the Legion in Matson, Illinois at 7. That's all ages.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And not just that, guys, but don't forget, great friend of the show, Phil. He'll also be there with him. You know,
Civil
our
Serg
producer's
does
even
that.
going. Our producer got free tickets from Phil.
Yeah, Mo Sadiq will be there.
Yeah, he'll be there. Yeah, or not. I love giving them shit. Oh man,
I'm
no,
so
but
sorry, Mo.
yeah, no, I love you, dude. You know that. No, but definitely, guys, go check out that show. If you guys haven't bought tickets yet, hit
Go
up.
buy 'em.
Were you selling tickets too?
I'm already sold out. But
Oh, shit!
yeah, you can buy them online still.
That's the fucking grind right there. All right, so you guys can buy them. You
Nice.
definitely can't get them from him. He hustled too hard, guys.
Yeah.
He snoozy lose. But
Griff got bars and he's all he's got grind too. Shit, fuck you
yeah,
talking
Griff got grind.
about? Yeah.
Rebrand right there.
Does Phil still have tickets,
I think so, maybe.
Maybe.
or is he sold out too?
I'm not clear.
No
on
one
that. You
Phil,
try
he
to
might
ask him.
be.
Well, contact Phil first, guys, before you go on the online. Check if he has any, just to be on the safe side. Chances are he's probably sold out too, but go ahead and
Yeah.
contact him first, just in case. But if not, you guys can find him online. Don't forget, it's Jared Benton event, and that's December
1st.
December 1st.
First, so it's
Yeah.
coming up very soon.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be able to put that up.
Yeah, so make sure you guys go there, check out all these local talents. Don't forget to support them any which way you guys fucking can. And same with us. If you guys are, we don't really get a lot of listens in iTunes, but if you guys are listening in iTunes, please take the time to give us a 5-star rate. Leave us a little something. That brings us a little bit higher on that's how their algorithm works in iTunes.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty well on Spotify. A lot of people listen on Spotify and Google.
And you know what? I've been hearing a lot of Stitcher too.
A lot of
of
Stitcher?
people have been coming in saying they found us on Stitcher.
Perfect.
So
All right, so yeah, you guys make sure you guys go and give us some love, subscribe, follow.
like everything.
Yeah, everything.
Follow.
And,
yeah.
yeah. Also, don't forget to go to our Instagram, which is 2 Sushi Rolls Podcast on Instagram. You could also find us on Facebook, right?
Oh yeah, that's our most main ones. You know, Twitter. I'm not really good at Twitter, but
yeah, but yeah,
Facebook,
definitely hit us up on Facebook and Instagram. Man, thank you so much for coming all the way from the DeKalb out here. Serg, you as well, man. Thank you so much for coming to the show. It's been great, guys. Thank you so much, man. And thank you all to everybody for joining us for another episode. We've had a great one.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
Later.